Hey everybody, I thought I would celebrate today. This is July 1st, 2025. It's a Tuesday. We are officially in the second half of the year. This is exciting because this is the countdown to my early retirement by the end of December. And technically it's the end of December, but realistically it's going to be by the end of November because of all the leave I get to take, all the holidays, and I'm just going to accumulate all my leave until the end of the year. I'm trying something different here. I'm taking a video here on this busy street to see if this inline mic works for me, this plug-in mic, because I don't want to include all the noise on the outside. And I just don't want to. I don't want to continue doing videos here if the sound is too bad. So hopefully, if this mic works, I can still hold videos out in the street. So I just wanted to also say that I have never worked. There's only one other time that I have worked for an organization where I've seen more disgruntled people in my life, in one organization, and even a small office. It's only one time I've ever seen the number of disgruntled people that I have working where I'm at now. People are miserable. I mean, they're just fed up, and it's incompetence at the highest levels. It's incompetence at the highest levels. I mean, people are talking about it. It's unbelievable. And I have to agree. It's a big reason why I just can't stay anymore. I can't stand this incompetence. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't want to know what's going on with staff. People are pissed. People are pissed with what's happening with the decisions. Lack of leadership. I've rarely seen something like this bad before. There's no leadership. And everybody's doing whatever they want. And some people are ready to go. They're ready to go. I'm ready to go. I just talked to another person high up who's also very ready to go. And it's really sad. And the two leaders, one is oblivious. Completely, he's incompetent. The other one is not really incompetent. He's incompetent to some degree, but he's just aloof. Missing something, missing sense of reality. He's the in-house cheerleader, and it's just insane to watch this. I'm very, very excited to leave, especially after weeks like this. So one of the things I was thinking about is I didn't intend this to be a negative clip, but being indifferent doesn't mean you don't give a crap. Being indifferent means you're okay to be different. Being indifferent means you're okay not to care about what some other people care about. Letting go of stuff. And letting go of this emotion and letting go of stuff happening at work. It's so freeing. And part of the freeing part is because I know I'm not going to be responsible for it. I still do my job 100%. I give everything I got, but I'm letting go of what the outcome is. It's not my problem anymore. I do the best I can, and I will do my work up until until my last day. But beyond that, I don't own it. It's not my problem, and it's really freeing. And I wish I would have this sense of indifference long before, but I do take my job seriously, and I always try to do the best I can, especially when people don't listen, especially after the crap I went through yesterday. I really can't believe that happened. I can't believe my boss did that. And I was just talking to another person who was in the room. She said she couldn't believe it either. He did that. Just no leadership at all. Anyway, I'm ready to go, and I just wish I could have that sense of indifference before. I've had moments, but now that my departure is more of a reality, I think it's easier to do that. So anyway, hopefully the noise isn't too bad. If it is, I probably won't do videos here anymore. But I just wanted to come out, celebrate. It's July 1st. I got my buy one get one free Il Cubo latte. It's okay coffee, but I didn't want to drink it too late in the afternoon because I don't normally drink coffee after 12 o'clock. So anyway, got a couple things to do, and take care, everybody. God bless. Hey everybody, I'm back. I just moved up the street. I wanted to come see the musicians, the blind musicians that are playing on the street once in a while, and I want to test out this mic. This is a better opportunity to see if the mic works. Here we got some Squid Game people over here. Everybody's excited about the new Squid Games. I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the Squid Game finale. But yeah, I just wanted to also mention, last night I had a really cute conversation with my wife. She reads her Bible every night for about an hour. And last night was the first time she started asking me questions. She's reading Romans 13 and 14. She was asking me very deep questions about some of the verses, and I'm really surprised. But this stems from her Bible study group in at church, that they talk about verses in depth, and it was really cute. She's done this before, but not like to this extent. I mean, it was very deep, and I really appreciated it. And she's really trying to understand, and because she also wants to be prepared for the questions that they ask when they go to church, and they encourage her to talk to me because I've been reading a Bible and Christian a lot longer than she has, and I said I don't know all the answers, but I have some ideas. You know, and Romans tends to be one of the harder books to understand in the New Testament. It's very theoretical and a lot of concepts that just are almost legalistic in some way. I'm surprised, but the church that she goes to, the pastor, he is a little, he's very strict with them. He doesn't play around with cultural acceptances, and he's very strict with what he teaches his congregation and what's godly and what's not. You know, he doesn't play around with sin, and it's very unusual in this type of these days. Anyway, here's some. I just had a really fun conversation with her last night, and maybe that will continue. I'm sure it will. But here's some Squid Game things. I don't know, what are they? They're using Squid Games to promote some type of drink or shampoo. I don't know what they're doing. Really bizarre. Really bizarre. Anyway, stock market's at all kind of hovering right now. We're waiting for understanding what's going to happen with Trump's the big beautiful bill. Of course, Democrats are against it, and of course the Republicans, most of them are for it. Some Republicans are in favor of it, some are not in favor, some Democrats are in favor. I don't know. I think we're all screwed regardless of what we do. We're screwed. They're just going to keep making everything worse and worse. So, and then I understand that we're getting closer to a deal, if not already, with China on tariffs. So this could send the markets racing, and July tends to be a month where the markets do very well. So all-time highs coming. They're talking about the S&P hitting 7,000 by the end of the year. That's pretty incredible. I don't know offhand what kind of increase that is, but this will just do wonders for retirement. Put me in a better position than I expected to be. Anyway, I don't know. It's really funny to see how people, they come out and it's just so natural in these roles. Just natural talkers and promoters. But it's everywhere around Thailand. Everywhere around Thailand, they have people that could just go out naturally and do this kind of thing. I couldn't do it. I'm too shy. Anyway, okay, here I go. Anyway, again. I better go. Take care, everybody. God bless. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's July 3rd, Thursday. I am at the airport. Yesterday, we decided I needed to make an urgent flight to Chiang Mai to talk to some of the staff about the transition we're in and to answer some questions about some serious financial decisions we're making. So I'm going to be meeting our HR manager here. I had a horrible night, really horrible. I was tossing and turning until 1 o'clock in the morning, and then went out to read a little bit, and then went back to the bed because I didn't want to disturb my wife. I was just moving around. It was really horrible. But so I'm here at the airport. I had to leave. I had to get up at 5:30, so I have about 3.5 hours of sleep. So I'm here yesterday. This has been a week where I am very happy to be leaving at the end of the year. It's just one of those really icky weeks. I'm so tired. I'm tired of all of it, the drama and I've never seen more disgruntled staff in my life, and it's really sad because people are really fed up with everything and want to leave. But yeah, I'll probably take some video on the way there. I'm here at the Bangkok Lounge. They give us pretty good seating and benefits. I'm gonna go in and meet my manager. Check it out. Do you know what day? Do you know what week it is? It's week 25. You know week 25? 25 weeks to the end of the year. This is what you get with the Bangkok Airways flight to Chiang Mai. Look at that. Hey everybody, it's Thursday, July 4th. I just had an all-day bunch of meetings, and I'm here in the hotel room. I'm at the Ibis Style hotel in Chiang Mai. This is the room that I'm staying in. I just got here. I was at the meeting with staff all day. And this is a room, we get a pretty good rate with our organization. But it looks really nice. I wish I had known about this before. I'm in a meeting right now, another meeting. But this is I just ordered some food, and this is what I ordered some food, and this is what ordered some chicken wings with some sweet and sour sauce, and then chicken grilled breast. Really nice. They delivered this to me. Really nice. I'm really tired though. I'm looking forward to a shower and then probably going to bed. I'll call my wife first. July 4th, it's a Friday. I'm here at the Chiang Mai airport, and I am with my colleague. We left early the hotel. We're heading back to Bangkok after a couple days of meetings. Or not even a couple days, it was one day of meeting. I had meeting late to last night and woke up, slept very deeply, but it was a good trip, and just praying for a safe trip home and go back to my wife, and then we will, I'm surprised to see how busy the airport is. I didn't expect this on a Friday. Maybe people are traveling around for the weekend. All right, nothing really major. I just picked up some coffee to take away with me here at Black Canyon. It's okay coffee. I don't like, it's more the milk that they put in it that I don't like. I need to get some creamer that's good for a keto carnivore type person. But yeah, take care, God bless, and talk to you later. It is July 4th. Happy July 4th. It's a Friday. I miss July 4th. I've not celebrated July 4th. Geez, I think probably at least 10, 15 years. I've never been home for July 4th, and everywhere I'm at, nobody celebrates July 4th. But I only realized it was July 4th when I saw something that just reminded me of it. But it was always one of my favorite holidays, you know, just a long weekend, barbecue. I remember fun times, usually family picnics and stuff when I was growing up. But yeah, since I turned probably since 25 years old, I've not celebrated the 4th. So anyway, wherever you are, if you're celebrating, have a good time. I just got back from Chiang Mai. I just wanted to do a video. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got back, landed around, we left at 10 this morning and landed at 11, and I was back home by about 12:30. You know, it's fun when I get back with my wife. We really miss each other when we're apart, and it's only been 24 hours. So a little more than 24 hours since I left yesterday around 6 o'clock in the morning. But really tiring. It's even just that little bit of travel, sleeping in another bed and coming home, coming back. You know, I used to like that. It was kind of exciting. I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. You know, I have a few colleagues who travel a lot, every week, every other week, and always sleeping in different beds and not very good beds, and just no routine. I'm like, I really love my routine. And I'm glad I don't have a job that requires me to do a lot of travel, because I really like being here, easy with my wife, and just doing what we do on our routines. But I feel so exhausted. I don't know why. You know, I slept pretty soundly. I didn't sleep well the night before, but I knocked out last night. I had yesterday we got in bed. We got in Chiang Mai, went straight to the office. We started in on a 2-hour meeting with the staff, had a little fun break lunch, and then I had another meeting with another staff. And then my colleague and we had to run back to the hotel because we were getting ready for 2 more meetings later that evening online. And the meeting started at 4, one ended at 5:30, and then I had to go to she left. We had the meeting in my room. We took the call together in my room because she forgot her computer. She left the room, and then I had another meeting for another 2 more hours. So I finished meetings about 2 hours, and about 7:30 in the evening, and I was just wiped out. I ordered some food into the room while I was in the second meeting, and it was okay. But man, I really knocked out last night. It was pretty good. It was good to go talk to the staff. We're talking about some other transitions. Of course, we still can't disclose many of the details, but I did have to tell the finance girl, I gave her an idea of what's coming, especially for me. I told her my positions is one of the ones that's being cut, and we're interested in her upgrading to take on more responsibilities. And first of all, she was shocked. She was shocked that someone on the task force was actually being cut. She never expected that I would be one to be cut. And I said, I did it to myself. I don't want any of my staff, I don't want any of the finance staff to lose their job. And I do want to leave if I can, on good terms. But I just told her what I envisioned for her to be part of the upgrade for her, taking over responsibilities, and she was so excited. She's Myanmar. She's an international staff, but a Myanmar person, and she was really excited. She really gave me a compliment too. She said, "I've really enjoyed working with you." It's maybe that's pretty standard to say, but she's very talented, and it really is going to be good for her and for the organization because she's a woman, she's a minority woman from Myanmar, and just very talented. You know, I knew it when I met her. The first time I interviewed her, I'm like, she's exceptional. So she was very excited for the opportunity, and I think we reignited her enthusiasm because I think she's getting very bored with what she's doing. So it's kind of fun being part of these conversations. You know, it is kind of weird. Nobody else knows I'm one of the cuts, but she did say that's shocking. She goes, she still can't get over it that I would be one to be cut. You know, I'm like, yeah. It's kind of disappointing in some ways, but I'm not letting my excitement about leaving. I'm not telling anybody that. But the other thing about this trip was I was with the HR manager. Manager is very clever. She's very good. The Thai lady, and she's very good at what she does. But it's been intense. I mean, from the moment I met her at the airport until we came back and separated at the airport, except for separating after the meeting last night, it's been non-stop talking about work, non-stop, and I'm exhausted. It was hard to get her to change and think about something else, but her just constant. It was 24 hours, except for sleeping, of talking about work, and I'm just so tired of it. I needed a break, so I came back. My wife made me a nice steak for lunch. I'm glad to get some good meal when I come out. I want to get some sun. I want to feel refreshed again because that really did knock me out, that flight, that trip. And yeah, ready to go into the weekend. It's the end of the week 25. Very excited. Yesterday was half a day in the stock market, and the stock market's all-time highs. I can't believe it. I can't believe it when I look at my portfolio. It makes me, I feel more and more relieved that we might be financially fine if the market stays like it is. It keeps going, and they expect it to continue climbing. I don't know what's to the credit. I mean, jobless report just came out this week, and unemployment is down further. So that's what sent the stock market's higher. That might delay any interest rate cuts later in the year. I don't know, but it's promising, and at least I'm not scared like I was uneasy back in March. But anyway, anything can change. God can change things. I'm grateful for a safe trip home, and I'm looking forward to a restful weekend. I had to do a lot of I also had to do a lot of last minute urgent reports or adjustments to budgets and things while I was traveling, and that's also what added to my exhaustion right now. But I don't want this to get too long. Sun's coming out. I'm going to enjoy a little bit. I'm going to study a little Lao, listen to a little bit of Lao training, and anyway, have a good evening. Probably do some exercise this evening in the gym with my wife, and then relax this evening. Nothing really planned this week, and I'm looking forward to the rest. Take care, everybody. God bless. It's July 5th. It's after 6. I'm on my evening walk here. I didn't expect to do another video today, but as I'm walking around, I just think, I see some of these people on Saturday night, and working Saturday night and Sunday night. It's humbling because you see these people out here all day in the heat every day. Sometimes you might see them take a day off, but it won't be more than one day, and they just have to work every day, all day outside. They don't get a holiday, they don't get paid day, they don't get paid leave, they don't get sick leave. If they are sick, they don't work, and if they don't work, they don't get paid. I just walked by a bunch of Grab motorcyclists who do Grab, the motorbikes here, and they're all sitting on their bike parked. There's like 5 or 6 of them. They're all sitting there, with their head bent, looking into their phone. And what are they looking at? They're not scrolling or anything. They're looking at the Grab app, looking for jobs. You know, and these are jobs that are only a couple, 10, 20, 50 baht, maybe per gig, maybe per ride. Only costs the customer that much. But they might only get 10, maybe maximum 20 baht. I don't know what the rate is. I imagine they probably get about 40, maybe about 50% of what the fare is. But if they don't work, they don't get that, and then they lose. And so no wonder. I can't stand the motorbikes here. You see them going past there right now. These guys in the green, they're so aggressive. They'll run you over. They will not stop. And the taxi drivers in the cars aren't much better. I mean, you really have to watch yourself here. But I can see why they're so aggressive to get jobs. It's a quantity that counts, because they're not making much. I don't know what they make. I'm gonna have to look up one day to see how much they're making, but they're not making much. And they've got to pull a lot of rides in a day, probably just to make enough to eat that day. Let's say bowl of noodles are going to cost them 50 baht. They probably need to do 2 or 3 rides to even get that. I don't know for sure, but you just see all these people who are. My point is, it's just humbling, and I know I complain about my job. I complain about the people, the drama, and the frustrations, and it's kind of like high quality problems. When you think about it, it does stress. I do have a lot of stress with the job. But I'm not going to be worried about eating today. I'm not going to be worried about eating tomorrow. I'm not worried about being sick and not having the money to pay the bill, to eat, and to pay the medical bill. You know what I mean? It's humbling just to see these people that the majority of the world, I think, they're just living day by day. And it's just a reminder to me to give them grace. No, I don't excuse their aggressiveness. I don't excuse their non-caring attitude about seemingly going to run you down. But it gives me more compassion for them to think. I'm like, wow, I need to be so grateful to God that I have a job where we're eating well. We have a nice room. We get the weekends off. We get the holidays, and I can make enough that I can save a little bit. To eventually not stop working, and these are people who will never be able to stop working. They never will. They'll be working, and hopefully, hope is why they have kids. They're going to have kids to help them take care of them when they're older. So I think the reminder for me is just to cut people grace. Remember what we've been given. Remember our blessings. And always be thankful to God, because our situation can always be worse and than what we've got. God bless everybody. Take care. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other, and take it slow.